Hello and welcome to Woodbridge, the best town around. My name is John McCormick. I'm the mayor of this great town, and we're here today at the Acacia Center. Right now we're indoors, but this is our annual Earth Day celebration, which is a lot of great things going on outside and inside. Today we have a show sponsored by the Clean Communities and Recycling Program in the state of New Jersey, of which Woodbridge is obviously a participant. We believe very strongly in recycling. We're one of the leading recyclers in the entire state. We have Sammy here, who's one of our guys in charge of recycling. We have Audrey somewhere here, who, here she is. There's Audrey. Neither one want to be on TV, right? Perfect, okay. That's my job. I'm the TV guy. This is Dan Harris. He's a councilman in town, our newest councilman. I got to stop saying that. It's almost a year. It's almost a year. I want to thank Maggie Sagata, who runs our youth services. We have 3 different youth centers. This is one of them. If you're a kid and you haven't seen this place yet, before you leave, go back in the next room and you'll see where middle school kids come from Woodbridge, Islin, and Avenel Mags, right? Colonia has their own in Evergreen, and Forge has their own in Highland Grove, but this one covers the other 3 middle schools. Kids can come here after school. They can do homework. Yeah, right. They can play games, they can interact with other kids, they ping pong, pool, all kinds of video games, you name it, or they can do homework, and a lot of kids do. So it's a really cool resource. So a lot of you don't look like you're in middle school yet. If you are, yeah, you have 3 places you can go every day between 3 and 6. Keep an eye on our website. We have a whole lot of great things going on. The summer's going to be phenomenal. There's 10 kid shows. Most of them are here. Some are over at the high school. We have plays, we have a concert, we have the basketball thing, right? We still have Puppy Pals, which is a bunch of dogs that are, what do you call them? When you save a dog, what do you call rescue dogs, and they're trained and they do stunts. It's really cool. I want to introduce Carolyn Ehrlich, who's the chief of staff and head of our sustainability division. We are the most sustainable town in the entire state of New Jersey. We know that because there's a competition, and we won it so many times they didn't want us to keep playing. You know, when one team's a dynasty and they keep winning and winning, and everybody else gets really mad. That's us when it comes to sustainability. And we still do everything. We just don't compete anymore. We won it 13 out of 14 years, I think, something like that. And Carol's the one that leads that. She also runs our redevelopment projects. And she's the chief of staff, which means she's my #1 advisor. She was on the council. We worked together back in the 90s. And in the state, we worked together for 4 years. And now she's here for the last 20 as chief of staff. I'm going to see if Dan wants to say a couple of words. Dan?
Sure. Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me, and thanks for coming out, keeping your kids educated on all things science. We've got a lot going on in Woodbridge. The mayor touched on it. This couple weeks ago, we had the Colonia cleanup. We had over 90 volunteers come out and support the cleanliness of our parks. The 4th Saturday in September is National Public Lands Day. We're going to be doing that again, but even bigger. I know they do some programming here at Acacia. The mayor touched on Clean Communities program that's funding today's program. Woodbridge Township every year is one of the top 10 in the state in getting grant money from the state of New Jersey, where I work. That's my day job. And that money comes from corporations who produce different plastics and things of that nature. So we're the beneficiaries of that on a formula basis. And I wanted to give a shout out, because I know Audrey works in this space, is every year, in addition to Clean Communities grant funding, we get recycling grant funding. So the more Woodbridge recycles, the more we get back from the state of New Jersey. It's based on tonnage. So when you're home and you're throwing out your cans and your bottles and your paper, keep throwing that into the big blue can, because we're benefiting from the state of New Jersey, and we put all that kind of money to good use as well, similar to today's programming. So lots of good stuff happening here in Woodbridge. And Mayor, thanks for having me.
Thanks. And I even have my 2 Snapple caps from this morning.
There we go.
I saved them because we recycle these separately in town hall, so there's a can there, and I saved my old bottle caps. We saved them separately, so we put our money where our mouth is. I want to just thank again Audrey and Sam. You know, they do a phenomenal job. They're behind the scenes. They want to stay behind the scenes. I get that, but they shouldn't, because they are the reason why we're so good, because they're in charge of recycling in the town, and they do a phenomenal job. So let's have a round of applause for Audrey and Sam. And now it gives me great pleasure, and I have to admit I've never quite in my career here introduced anybody with this name. But it gives me great pleasure to introduce from our entertainer today. His name is Professor Winkleberger. Do you guys think that's his real name, Winkleberger? I don't know who made up that name, but it's quite silly. But ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome him, Professor Winkleberger. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, Professor.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Enjoy, kids and parents. Okay, we're here at the Acacia Center outdoors for the Earth Day celebration, and joining me are a bunch of students from Roberts Masonic School 26, 5th grade. Let me pass the microphone around and tell me your names.
Lilia,
Luciana,
Alani, Ariana, Honorud, Jada, Ariana,
We already have an Ariana.
Ariana Medeiros.
All right.
Caitlin.
All right, so who's going to tell me, what are you guys doing out here? Go.
So our school, we have a green team. It's like for fundraisers, and it's like for the.
No, lads, just take your time.
We have a fundraiser where we have like shoes because we need to recycle them.
Oh, really?
And stop like burning and stuff.
What else?
Talk now?
So what are we doing here? What is today? Well, what are we celebrating today? It's actually 2
We're
days.
celebrating Earth Day.
Earth Day, okay. And what's going on out here? What's all this stuff here?
It's like to help with the world and not like pollute.
All right. Who else wants to tell me what's going on today?
We collect shoes so like the earth like doesn't get pollution.
And shoes are hard to, they don't break down, right?
Yeah.
So if you can recycle them, that's pretty good, right? How about
Yeah.
you, dude? You want to say anything?
We do this green team because we don't want like people to like harm the planet or then like because there's no planet B. We only have one planet.
All right. And who wants to tell me about the teachers involved in this whole green team? Who wants to tell me? You want to tell me about it?
So the teachers, Mrs. Boyd and Mrs. Casada and Mrs. Martino, they helped us come up with this. So because there's millions of sneakers laying around our earth and just sitting there, not doing anything, and it pollutes the earth. So all our teachers are helping us with trying to fix that.
All right, cool. How about you? Anything you want to add to that?
No, not really.
No? How about you? How about you?
I don't know.
That's it? What else do you do besides collect sneakers?
We have a rain garden.
Oh, you
and-
do? Okay,
yeah.
I know that, but tell me about it.
So we have rocks. We have a lot of grass. It's like by our school and our like back of it,
Okay.
and they're just it's all for the green team. And
What does a rain garden do?
it like helps the environment for
Okay,
us.
how do you know? How do you think it does that?
I think it does that because like it's not really like you don't like there's no pollution there, so it's
Okay.
kind of helping the environment.
Okay, very good. What else do you guys do besides that?
Last year we did bottle caps.
Oh, okay. And didn't you guys plant a tree last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, over there, right? I hope it's still there.
Yeah.
And you doing anything like that this year? What are you doing this year? Any kind of activity?
No.
No? Okay. All right. What else you want to? Anybody else want to say anything else? Want to say great things about your teachers? Yeah, Miss Boyd, Miss Casada.
I want to say thank you to Miss Boyd, Miss Casada, and Miss Martino for letting this all happen.
All right. And how about that one person too? That's really important to make sure, because if this one person doesn't say you can do something, it doesn't get done. Who's that?
You?
No, not me.
Miss
Really,
Martino.
that is true. I mean, but
Miss Martino.
Miss Martino, your principal, right? We're also joined by Dan Harris here. Dan used to be on
Hello.
the Board of Ed, but he graduated. I can't say graduated. It's all public service. He's now in the town council. Dan, you want to say anything?
I guess, well, first of all, I'm an alum of School 26. I am a Bulldog. You know those trees outside your school when you first walk in up the pathway? when I was your age, we planted those, and I'm glad to still see them blooming there. And I really want to thank your teachers for inspiring you to do this. I know you're out here every year, so keep up the good work. And my wife and I, we're going to find some shoes to recycle. So thanks for all you do.
Hey, Carol, come on up. I want to ask you, Carolyn Ehrlich is in charge of our whole sustainability environmental effort. Explain the Sustainable New Jersey for schools. Now, every single one of our schools qualified to be a sustainable school. Tell me all about that. Yeah, tell me about that.
So we can thank Mr. Atsby, or Dr. Atsby, I'm sorry, for leading all of the schools into getting, what certification level are you? Are you bronze certification for Sustainable Jersey? I think you have a plaque there.
You guys know what you are? Are you bronze or are you
Bronze.
bronze for
Yep.
Sustainable Jersey? Yeah.
So the way it works is you have to.
Wait, let's find this out.
Yes.
You're
The bronze.
Okay.
So you do actions, and then you get points for the actions. And I know something that you all got points for, every single school, which is just unbelievable. It's the digital sustainable. Can anybody explain that? Because I couldn't. I don't know. Do you know what the digital was for? It's the way you use technology, and using it to learn and not to do other things. And so that's why it's so important. And you get points for the recycling and everything you do. So we were, the mayor always likes to say we were the champions. We were leading. And I'm so happy now that the school is one of the champions. And they've actually honored Dr. Atsby for bringing the whole Woodbridge school system. He's a hero of the month. Yeah, it's really, really good. Mayor, while you and Dan are standing here, if the girls can just move over a little bit and talk about what's behind you.
Well, you talk about it. You did it.
Oh, okay. I'll come around. So what we have here is where the food waste goes. So if you throw your food waste out into your garbage, it's actually going to the landfill. And we want as little stuff to go to the landfill. That's why you recycle. So if we can also basically recycle our food waste. And so you can, over here it tells you what you can put in. If you eat an apple, the core can go in. If you're cooking, whatever is left when you eat dinner, whatever's left on your plate pretty much can go in here. You can get a bucket from DPW to put all that food waste in. And when the bucket is full, you can come here and throw it out. And they pick it up. And you're great at, Dan, you're great at explaining the energy, where it goes and the sludge, much better than I am.
Sure. Well, I'd be happy to talk about it. So, as Carol, just real quick, I wanted to hit on this, that we were talking about our schools being sustainable. All of our schools also participate in this program right on site. So any of the leftover breakfast or lunch goes right in the food recycling. And as Carol had pointed out, that food, when it's recycled, it gives off methane, right? And that's a gas. So in a few instances in the state of New Jersey, particularly up in Linden, we're building a food recycling to energy plant where we're going to capture that methane gas and we're going to turn it into energy. Methane gas is actually more dangerous to the environment than carbon dioxide. So it's better for the environment that if you burn it, turn it into energy, and now just carbon dioxide, which is still not good, but that's going into the environment. So it is what it is. And, similar, Carol, you were mentioning about sludge. A lot of that, when we use the bathroom every day, all of us here in Middlesex County, all of that waste goes over to Middlesex County Utilities Authority in Saraville. They also will take that methane gas and turn that into power to power that generation. So, we're doing everything we can here in Woodbridge and Middlesex County about turning our waste, food waste, or, other waste into energy. So, some really cool stuff. A lot of great science behind all of this.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And tell them the big news about food waste.
I don't know. Am I?
You do know.
Do it. Oh no! It's a Saturday.
We have a new site. It's going to be in a few weeks.
Pick that.
Yeah.
In a few weeks, if you live in Colonia, girls live in Colonia, Islin close enough, the Colonia Library will have one of these buckets for food waste. So you don't have to come here all the way here to Port Reading or all the way over to Caseby. We're going to have a location right in Colonia. I thought I told you. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. All right, now let me tell you the one really cool thing your parents are going to love. Every time you put garbage in the can and it goes into a landfill, we pay for that. We pay for it. We pay somebody to take our garbage. And if there's no garbage because we recycled it, we don't have to pay. And that's what your parents love, because that means we don't have to charge them the money in their property taxes to pay for it.
But if we recycle it, we get money
Right,
back.
That's true too. Anyway, you guys are great. We love this school. I think Miss Martino and your teachers just do a tremendous job. I really believe that. This is one of the schools that always comes out to this Earth Day event every year, because, kids graduate and the new kids come in, right? So if it's a dynasty like that, it's only because of the leaders of the school, because every year you're very good at this and every year you participate. So I want to thank all your teachers and thank you guys too for coming out. Isn't this cool? Yeah. And now you're going to go shopping, right? Now you can go shopping. Okay, go ahead. You're released. We'll be back, folks. Okay, now I'm sitting with Danielle from Bayshore Recycling, one of our favorite companies in the entire town. Valerie and Frank and the whole team, we've known each other for 30 plus years. You do phenomenal things in town. Tell me what you're doing out here today.
Hi. Well, first I want to say thank you so much for having us. This is my first Earth Day event here in Woodbridge, so I'm very excited. Thank you. We're really excited for Earth Day at Bayshore Recycling because obviously we think promoting education around recycling is very important. So we have little buckets set up here for the kids to come and create their own seed packets. All of them are going to be, local seeds, so it's going to promote pollinators and different birds coming, and we think it's really great for the kids to come interact. We also participated in the Principal for a Day program earlier this week.
Great.
So we were able to go and show a presentation to the fifth graders in Menlo Park Terrace School, and teach them about recycling practices and what we do at our company.
You do everything. You recycle, you name it, you recycle it.
Yes, we do everything. We do the Class A recyclables, so that's the household recyclables that you put in your garbage cans right here, as well as construction materials as well.
Construction materials, metals and woods and...
Yes, and even soil.
You should never throw anything out in Woodbridge if you're building anything, because there's something you can do with the materials and recycling.
Definitely. We crush it up and send it to a whole new project.
Great. And what's your official title with Bayshore?
I work in marketing.
Obviously. Okay. Well, terrific. Thank you very much, Danielle.
Thank you. So nice to
Appreciate
meet
it.
you.
Thanks. You too. Okay, now we're joined by Sandy from EcoCycle Creations. And Sandy, first tell me, how long you been coming to our Earth Day events?
Oh, I think since you've been having them.
How long have we been having them?
How long have you been having
I
them?
don't know. A long time. How long have we been having them?
Oh, probably at least 20 years.
At least 20 years.
Okay, so I'd say at least since at least 15 years.
Okay,
I've
now
been
tell me, you're obviously, a lot of this is recycled in art and things like that. Tell me all about it. Take
So-
the microphone.
So I make jewelry out of aluminum cans and plastic bottles. And I don't know if you want to see some of these
Zoom in.
things.
Yeah, we'll zoom in.
Actually, if you want to zoom in, I'm modeling Arizona iced tea earrings. This is my bestseller. I don't know if you could see it.
I can, because that's the colors. That's
If I may, so this is how we got to know each other. When Arizona Iced Tea was building their factory here in Caseby, remember you came with these earrings, and I tried real hard to get them to market them, And of course they said no, but we tried, and
Actually,
that's how we met.
I was there the other day, a couple of weeks ago, and I'm going to get in touch with the buyer.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I might be able to get them in her store if she'll take them.
So literally everything here is from recycled cans.
No. Just pretty much what's on the on top here.
Okay.
Everything else I either make. I have a couple of things I import too.
All right, great. If somebody wants to get a hold of you outside of this, tell me all your information, website, phone number.
I don't have a website. I'm
You don't? How
sorry.
do you make a living?
But my phone, this is sort of my midlife crisis creation.
Oh.
I did this during a midlife crisis.
You don't have to get into that.
My phone number is 732-690-7424. Call or text anytime. Sandy with EcoCycle Creations.
Okay, great. Thanks. We'll be back, folks.
Thank you.
You got it.
Thank you, Mayor.
Now I'm joined by Maggie Sagata, who runs our Youth Services Division, along with Rachel and Cass. At MAG's great event here today, the Acacia Center, which is your home. You run the youth center here. Tell me what you're pushing here for, you don't, not pushing, bad choice of words. What you're promoting.
We're promoting our 3 youth centers. So we have Acacia right here in Woodbridge, we have Highland Grove in Fords, and we have Evergreen in Colonia. So we're pushing for our middle school students to come out, join us after school, and join us this summer. We're really pushing the summer. We're going to have a great turnout, and then we also are pushing our summer series. We have 10 shows. We have a lot of them here, and also we have some at Woodbridge High School.
Let's talk about them.
All right.
Yeah, these are cool, right?
They're great. We have some really good ones.
We start with a Dinosaur Rock Fossil Adventure Show.
That is in collaboration with the Woodbridge Library.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Very cool. And then we have the Flight Crew Jump Rope Performance. That's at the high school.
That's at the high school.
That's where they just go in between everything. And
and they're flipping while they're jumping.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Then we have a play, Alice in Wonderland. Then we have a musician, Dave Fry. Then we have a play, Jack and the Beanstalk. Then we have the Dunk Team, or acrobatic basketball performance.
That's our new one this year. We've never had it, but I hear it's a really good show, so I can't wait for that one.
Yeah, I don't dunk a basketball.
They do want to dunk over your head, though.
I'm sure they, well, I got a pretty big head. We'll see.
They put that in an email.
And we got Wacky Science, presented by Mad Science. The Wild World of Animals Animal Showcase. Hansel and Gretel with Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And then everybody's favorite.
And we're closing with this year.
Everyone's favorite, Puppy Pals.
Puppy Pals.
And that's a stunt dog show with rescue dogs.
Yes, and the dogs are incredible.
So
they are
3
incredible.
plays, music, animals, science,
acrobatics,
dinosaur rocks, jump ropes, you name it. It's going to be a great series for kids, and they're all 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, starting with June 27th, except there is a Wednesday one.
There's a couple Wednesday
Yeah, there's a couple Wednesday night ones because we need the high school, and the high school has the room.
And this year, Puppy Pals is actually on a Saturday.
It's the last Saturday of
Yes,
August.
the last Saturday.
No, the last Saturday of our series on the 22nd. Anyway, these are online, folks. It's a great series. We talked for years about doing this, and we finally got it going, and I think it's wonderful.
It's great, and we're going to build it every year.
Yep.
So.
All right, thanks, Mag.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thanks, ladies.
Bye.
All right, now we're with George Brewer, Director of Public Works, the best public works department in the state of New Jersey. If you don't believe that, just look at your garbage collection, just look at your recycling collection, just look at your streets, look at your parks, and look at your snow removal. That's all you need to know. George, I'm joined by Dan Harris, also our councilman. We have our electric garbage truck. So you got to be one of the only ones in the state with electric garbage trucks?
Yeah, Mayor, so I believe it's us, Jersey City, and Hoboken right now. We're kind of the pilot for the electric garbage truck program. This program was really funded through Volkswagen on an emissions grant through the DEP. These trucks they were fully funded. It's 100% electric. We have 3 garbage truck as part of that grant, 3 garbage trucks, 3 senior citizen shuttle buses, and all the infrastructure, charging infrastructure, charging, etc. Right now, this truck it's actually running compared to what you'd hear with a regular garbage truck, diesel powered.
I'm shocked. I can't hear a thing.
A lot more noise,
Yeah.
and it's just a perfect application for what we do. Unfortunately, we can't go all electric at this time, and the way things are going, but it's a good pilot program throughout the state. The DEP monitors this truck, so they have their own monitoring devices in there to know how much time we're using, how many miles we're going, and then we calculate how much fuel we're saving. And essentially, this vehicle is zero maintenance. I mean, tires, I don't know that we'll ever put brakes on it because it has a regenerative braking system, very technical, but yeah, there is literally no maintenance with this truck. And they've been successful so far. So we're proud of it. It's a big accomplishment. And like I said, we're one of 3, possibly 4 municipalities that are currently running them.
And behind us is also the can cleaning truck. So when we put in the can system way back in, I guess, 2007, 2008, we started with a little bit of a section of town, a fifth of the town. We're going to do it over 5 years. It got to be so popular with the green cans and the blue cans. People wanted it sooner. I think we got it done in 2, maybe not even 3 years. We got it all.
In less than 3 years.
Yeah.
It was, the whole town was complete.
The whole town had the blue and the green cans, and it works out phenomenally. Dan, you're a resident. You got to love the fact that we have those blue and green cans, and you see how efficient they are.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's really cool. You could sign up, I think it's just on an annual basis. George, you could correct me, where you could have your cans cleaned. I know my wife and I, our cans started to get smelly and dirty. We registered with the town, and the guys came out, and they did it all in one shot. You put out the cans the night before, they clean them out, they sticker them that they got cleaned, and came out nice. It's nice to have a clean can, honestly.
It's like when we first did it, a lot of people are going to say, well, I'm too old, I can't move the can up and down the driveway. How am I going to clean it? Okay, we'll take care of that for you.
Yeah, so, another great thing about that can washing truck, and we have 2 of them that run, we just started, after the winter, and we'll run it into the fall. But the nice thing is, and especially for Earth Day, the truck is self-contained. So when we clean it, whatever we use to clean the can and the pressure washing that's done, it's contained in the truck. We dispose of that water properly. It goes into the sanitary sewer, so nothing gets involved in the storm sewer. And it's, a thing we need to do as part of our stormwater management program. So it really is successful. Most people, everybody loves it. And, all you do is call our sanitation department, or as Dan said, go on our app, and we'll schedule you out and come out and do it.
And the things we do on stormwater management, other towns don't even dream of. We're so ahead of the curve with that, with our engineering department and under drains and just the work we do to prevent flooding and stream cleaning and things. It's just amazing. You guys do phenomenal work.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. And a lot of training comes involved with that. We have stormwater training class this week coming up, so it's there's a lot involved with stormwater management that I do believe we're ahead of the curve.
Yeah, very much so. As usual, though.
Well, we try.
In Public Works.
We try.
All right, thanks, folks. We'll be right back. Okay, we're here now with the Woodbridge Township Environmental Commission. To my left is Michelle Kolpervas, the chair. To her left, Chantel Greffer, the former chair. To her left, Dawn Giannone. This is John. This is Cush, who works for the town. This is Tammy, also the former chair. And Tom Flynn, who works for the town. So this is a great group. Let me start with you, Copes. Tell me about, you've only been on now as a chairperson for a few months, right?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's great. We're having a great time, a great transition. Just happy to be part of it.
Great. And Tam is the former chair, I can't call it old chair, former chair of the commission. You're still involved, which is wonderful.
I love it. It's very important to our community. We're a great group of people and very dedicated.
All right, and Chantel, you two are also a former chair. You're still involved. I think that's wonderful.
Very much so, mainly with our seed libraries. at Ford's and Island branches, and we have some seeds to give away today, but we hope that at the end of the season people will bring some seeds to help restock our seed libraries.
Great, great. And we got Tommy Flynn, who's our floodplain manager, I should say, a degreed engineer. Tell me about all the things you do for the township in terms of the environment.
Yeah, Mayor, thanks so much. It's a great day to be out here. So I work on stormwater management, floodplain management. I also have the opportunity to work with our police director on OEM work. And then obviously in engineering, I work mostly on flood and stormwater. And graciously with our chief of staff, Carol, on all things sustainability and everything that you see out here today.
So anything that comes into town as far as development projects, you make an evaluation to make sure that there's nothing there that's going to harm the environment, and that they are handling their stormwater and handling all their overflow, things like that, which I can't even explain. But you know what you're doing. Kush, tell me, you're involved in this. You started, I got to tell you the quick Kush story. He came in to interview me as a school project, and I was so impressed by the kid, because all the kids come in with the interview and they sit and they ask the question that they wrote, and then you answer it, and then they ask another question, then they answer it. Kush, when I answered the first question, made him think of another question. And then we talked. And then another question, then we talked. And then he got to the second question he was going to ask, and we did the same thing. And I said, this kid's good. So I literally I left the office, I called Carol, I said, you got to get in here and meet this kid. This kid knows what's going on. And we sat there and we talked with him, for a while. And then we hired him as an intern. And now he's working for us full time. Great story, Kush. Tell me about it.
Yeah, so that was some 3 years ago?
That was 3 years ago.
3 years ago, I started as an intern. I was so excited to be working here at the town. I was working all these projects and all these programs that we're able to do here. I mean, today I'm so lucky to be able to work the Paint the Drain program that has so many family members and students involved, and doing all these cool projects in town, and only because of you, Mayor, that I've been able to do all this.
Well, you did the right thing, because I get a lot of kids come in with a lot of projects, and you impressed us instantly. So, John, tell me about what you're doing here. What's your story?
So I'm here to help the Environmental Commission as much as possible. I mean, I'm really passionate about my town's environment. I know you're doing a lot of work to really help it out, and I really appreciate that. Right now, I'm working with a team on the East Green Street Community Pollinator Garden.
Oh, really? Okay, wow.
Yeah, we're working to fix it up, clean it up, hopefully get an irrigation system set up. So yeah, I'm really happy to be here helping out as much as I can. I was handing out trees, telling people about them. Yeah, and I really love trees, and I love these types of trees, so it's really great.
Where do you go to school now?
I go to Edison Academy Magnet School.
Oh, excuse me. Edison Academy Magnet School. All right. Are you from Woodbridge, though?
Yeah.
All right, good. That's we like when we send the smart kids. Well, I'd rather you stay in town, but you're going to the Edison Academy Magnet School. You're aces, man. You're doing well. So let's take a picture of. We're presenting a proclamation to the Environmental Commission for Earth Day and Arbor Day. And if you guys all want to just get a little closer here, we'll take a picture. Okay, I'm here now with Tom Flynn, who we just interviewed as part of the Environmental Commission, and we're going to talk about our do-it-yourself birdhouse competition. And this is something that Carolyn Ehrlich has been pushing. Every week I do a call to the whole town on all the activities, and it's still going on in April. And back in January, did you announce the birdhouse? I said, Carol, it's not till April. February came, did you announce the birdhouse? No, I didn't, it's not yet. Anyway, tell me about the birdhouse competition. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks, man. So this is this is the first time we're doing this. It's a do-it-yourself birdhouse competition. So folks used upcycled materials, recycled materials, so things you find around the house. This is some siding from a home. This is obviously an old olive oil can. And you just get a little creative, and you just kind of give back to the birds of Woodbridge.
And it's a competition.
It's a competition, but it's still going on. So you can still submit if you have any ideas. If you'd like to make one of your own, we welcome you to submit it, a picture of it, and we'll make sure to get you an awesome certification for all your hard work.
So we only need a picture to be part of the competition.
Just a picture. Yep.
And what is somebody? What do they send it?
So to Greenable Woodbridge at TWP. You got it there.
Now I remember. Great. We're joined by, speaking of Greenable, we're joined by Councilwoman Sharon McAuliffe And did you make your birdhouse yet?
No, but you know what? We were at Morris Street School with the environmental team there, and we gave them the idea, and they are going to make birdhouses out of basketballs and old balls, and then hang them in their common area. So the and I just happen to know that because I was at the event, but my granddaughter is on the environmental team at school, and she was so excited that they're going to do this big project. So it's so much fun.
Isn't it great that the schools, and this is all your fault, or your credit, Carol and Ehrlich's credit as the head of our sustainability effort, but the schools, the kids in the schools are all involved in environmental stuff, and they're serious about it.
They were very serious. They talked about how they tell their friends to recycle, to use the right bin at the lunchroom, to recycle food and their leftover stuff. When they see stuff on the street, they say that they pick up trash. They're very interested. It was a great presentation by Carol, Tom, and Kush. It was so much fun, and the kids all talked about it. Not only my granddaughter, a couple of her friends are in the group too, and they were like, we had so much fun the other day. It was so great that they came there, so it was really interesting.
Yep, I know. I started in Boy Scouts. We had, environmental merit badges and things like that. And I'm still a fierce recycler. I go crazy when something is not recycled. It's just in me. It's something I learned at a very young age, so I can see exactly why it's important for the kids to learn in grammar school and middle school what they should be doing.
Yep, I'm very much into the whole environment too with, I have an electric vehicle, I have solar panels on my house, and it's just really important to give back. And look at Mother Nature gave us a beautiful day today. It's
exactly.
Gorgeous out today.
A little chilly, but it's okay. All right, thanks. We'll be back, folks. Okay, we're here now with Amanda Koza from our recycling division and Sharon McAuliffe, our first ward council person. And why don't you explain to me what's going on here, Amanda?
So today the kids are making recycled wind chimes. So everything we were able to take from the Reuse It Center here in town. Actually, our animal shelter donated some old licenses that they were going to throw in the garbage. We have bottle caps. Some of the bottle caps I even painted with leftover spray paint that we collect at the recycling center.
Oh, wow. And I see you got caps there.
What'd you get from the health department? That is so cool.
Oh, the health department gave us the shields from
That's
the
pretty cool.
licenses.
So cool.
And I'm here to make my donation because every morning when I go to Not Just Bagels and have my sausage, egg, and extra cheese on the cinnamon raisin bagel with no salt, no pepper, no ketchup, and not toasted, I also get 2 Diet Raspberry Snapples, which today she was out of, by the way.
Oh, no.
And I had to get Diet Lemon. I don't know how that happened, but I always save the caps, and we collect them in the office, and I'm just going to put these 2 in here right now. So, great. So someone's going to have a recycled art made with the mayor's Snapple caps.
Snapple caps, that's what it's about.
All right.
It's about recycling.
Let's talk to you guys here. You guys want to tell me what you're making here?
I'm making a wind chime with.
A wind chime? How about you? You making a wind chime too?
Yes.
How about you?
I
What do you got in your left hand? What is that?
It's a roll.
Oh, that's something you brought with you, right? What's it called?
A yo-yo.
It's a yo-yo? Okay. You guys, what are you guys doing too?
Yeah, making wind chimes too.
Really?
Out of recyclable materials.
Yep. So what is it? You got a little advanced one. That looks bigger than the other ones.
Yeah.
How are you? What's your design? What's your thing? What are you thinking?
I just like to put some random things and then kind of like put bottle caps, big bottle caps. So it's like kind of like makes some noise.
Pretty cool. All right. Well, this is a great program. Thanks, Amanda. Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
We'll be back. All right, we're here now for the traditional planting of a tree on Earth Day at the Acacia Center. Joining me are a group of kids we just rounded up randomly to come over and help us. What's your name?
Akira.
And where do you go to school?
Wardlaw Hartridge.
What's your name?
Janet.
Where do you go to school?
School 27, Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, boy. Where do you go to school?
Robert Masenic.
Masenic. Oh, good. You're with the kids over there. What's your name?
Shreyanvi.
Nice to meet you. Name and school?
Diksha Reddy. Robert Masenic.
Okay, and what's your name? What school? And now we're going to plant a tree. So here's what's going to happen. These big burly guys, these big hunks, are going to pick that tree up. They're going to place it in. They're going to cut the rope, and then you guys are going to put the dirt on top of it, okay? Okay, from the best public works department in the state of New Jersey. I don't know everybody's name, but here they go. about that yet. Come here. We have money in our tree fund. Tell people how we get money in our tree fund and what we do with it. Come on.
So when we have developers or builders, sometimes the trees are growing right where they want to put whatever it is, a warehouse, apartments, whatever it is. They can't just tear down the trees. They have to replace them somewhere else or pay money into our tree fund. So we can use that tree fund to buy and plant other trees. We've been doing that now. We've done all 4 wards. Our last ward to get 100 free trees, first come, first serve, is Island. So, and I don't remember the date. It's about, it's coming up. And, but aside from that, George, I think DPW plant a few hundred trees every year too, right?
So yeah, we do so Carol, we do approximately 150 trees every year out of the tree fund, the funds that are available through the tree fund, and all throughout the town. So all our parks, schools, anywhere, we do a study. Tom Flynn does a major study on it every year, and with Cush and their team up there, and our green infrastructure team, they realize areas that are in need of trees. We just don't throw them out there because we think it needs a tree. But, there's some research that goes into it, and then they develop maps, and then we target areas that are in hot zones, we call, that are most needy of trees. So, and then obviously the residential program helps us by, conquering these hot zones as well, and trees being planted in homeowners' backyards, which really helps us all. Thank you.
One of the things that Cush is working on, he's in our Division of Sustainability, is he is now, as we've given away trees, it's kind of random throughout the township, because you sign up for a tree, if you're one of the first 100 in line, you get a tree. So he's going to make a map of where all these trees went to see if we have good clusters of trees, and if we have some clusters, do we need to add a few more there to make it have more of an impact? It's nice to have shade in your backyard, but if your whole street and your whole neighborhood can have shade, it's a lot more impactful. So it's serious business.
Good stuff. All right, you go first. Take a load of dirt and put it on it.